शुभासुनाशकं नमामि तं विनायकं नमामि तं विनायकं नमामि तं विनायकं नमामि तं विनायकं नमामि तं विनायकं.
Years of self-exploration took him to the realm of silence. Beyond the noises of the mind and the material world, what he found was himself. And this is when Mohan became Mohanji. Despite being a chronic introvert, he began holding talks and sharing what he personally discovered through his own experience. Today, this is captured by his simple teaching, be you.
Namaskar, Ashok Vyas here. Haram Studio channel is delighted to be introducing Mohanji to our viewers. And what is special about Mohanji is to be seen in different roles that he has played, as well as what he is doing right now for the humankind after having successful stint with corporate world for 22 years. For last 10 years, Mohanji Foundation and several other organizations are serving humanity in different countries. But most important, what makes him so special is his friendliness. And there is no air about having accomplished this or that or having influenced this or that. So let me begin by requesting you to share the secret of friendship.
The secret of friendship is naturality. We should be natural. We should always be natural. We should never pretend, never expect too much, never judge, never criticize. We can criticize them if it's constructive. Otherwise, acceptance is the path of friendship, the right, strong friendship. If we accept other people as they are, without even asking for a change or without any additions or subtractions, then we have a great friendship. So good friendships, great friendships start and end with total acceptance.
Total acceptance also requires that you are not under the weight of expectations that this happens or that happens. And that sense of openness also helps you being present in the moment completely, which is not the case with most of us. We have what will happen after this, whether I'll get this result or not. So what way you would suggest could be of help in practicing being totally present in the moment?
Well, being available, that's very important. Most of the relationships today are all faideka, for a purpose. I mean, if at all, like even in the case of normal daily life, we are in the world where we don't need eye contact. We can very well stay away from eye contact. We can communicate through WhatsApp, through Facebook, and our sign of hatred is unfriending from the Facebook, etc. So it's a kind of virtual world. So getting back to our normal, ordinary world and being available for assisting people, being available, being friendly, being support in the battle, that's a great thing. Today we don't have it. Mostly, even if somebody says I love you, people don't understand love. People think there is a transaction behind it. So the actual normal human emotions are all sold. They are packaged as a commodity. So we have to get back to our original state to have great friendships, great relationships. Even if you look, most of the families, they survive based on some compulsive commitment. Otherwise, they will not be together. Many people are emotionally divorced, but they stay together. So every relationship has lost its life most of the time. Not that 100%, but mostly. And that's all because our existence has become transactional. So what we need to do now is to go back to the original and live and let live. Accept the other person as they are and allow life to flow. So great friendships can be built like that. See, for me, I always look at it this way. I believe that everybody has great potential. I guide them. I sometimes give them examples, and I tell them, okay, this is a possibility. And when people do some things like that, they automatically raise to the next level. So the whole entire Mohanji platform is a platform. It's a platform where there's no binding, no compulsory payments, no conditions, etc. So if you can create a structure internally in the house itself where conditions are removed, if you do this, I will love you. If you don't do this, I don't love you. That should be changed, and we need to be love all the time. And then that's a completely expanded existence, where in any case we have a duration. Someday we will die. At the time of death, we will not remember the conflicts we have had. We should remember the love we have had, the love that we carry. So it's important to cultivate, nurture love, companionship, togetherness. That's essential. That's exactly what I'm trying to implement in the spaces also. Same thing.
You said a beautiful thing that it should not be conditional. If he did this or she did this, so that's why I'll do this. But that is difficult for many people to accept. The way they feel is, for so many years, I have done so much, maybe for my children, but see what they are doing. If they don't follow my projection of the track, then I feel betrayed. That kind of a thing creates a lot of agonizing moments and experience in people's mind. How to address that?
I was recently telling one elderly woman about this thing. She told me, I sacrificed my whole life for my son. She's a single mother. And now he walked away. He got married and so I said, Mother, you never sacrificed. You had an expectation. What is sacrifice? We don't even understand the word sacrifice. Sacrifice means you want nothing out of it. What is unconditional love? Where you expect nothing. That level of quality doesn't exist now. So we use many words, but they attach a lot of emotions to it. And emotions are heavy. They breed guilt. Guilt binds you. And it's a vicious cycle. And what happens when a person is under tremendous pressure? They run away. Escapism happens. So many abnormalities happen. Because pressure is too high. Why can't we have an atmosphere where there's no pressure? We can. Especially if we don't own people. We can't own anybody. We can't own anything in the world. And if we really understand that, we will be free from within. I'm here like a tourist walking this earth. Experiences are the only income I have. Only income is experiences for every day, every moment experiences. And my only savings are memories. The only savings I have is memory. And that's the only thing which I carry until death. And even memories also change. So when you sum it up, the whole life, it's about income called experiences. Expressions are our expenses, and memories are our savings. If we stick to this, life will be much easier. We will look for quality income, means great experiences, and quality expressions, that will be the right spending, and then right memories. Because if we just look at these three things, we will have a better life. Otherwise, it's all expectations. I expected that person to do this for me. And even a parent and child relationship with expectation, putting under tremendous pressure for them to perform, compete, comparing with other people, and they lose their originality, authenticity, and then we call them failure. Who made the failure? Society created that kind of a compressed atmosphere where they are under pressure cooker, kind of a feeling, and then they failed. Naturally, they will fail. So we need to look at ourselves more deeply and understand there is something which we can do. We can change.
Mohanji, I'm shifting my question to a totally different level. Somehow your name, Mohanji, your roots from India and your mission, or rather your approach that whole world is one. And I see, suddenly in my mind, I see that there are many spiritual luminaries who have their roots in India and they consider themselves as world citizen. But is there something special about India which gives more of such fertility to the mind that it oozes love for everyone? uh, we may take credit for Bharatiya Sanskriti from that point of view. And do you see, having seen so many countries, that there is something which is unique? Dev Bhumi, as we have always heard about it. What has been your experience having seen the world?
Bharat has no comparison. I like to use the word Bharat. Bhav, Rag, Tal. This is exactly how our life is. Bhav are the emotional, the subtle aspect of us. Bhav is the expression, the kindness, the respect aspect of it. And Tal is the rhythm. So this combined is the country. And what is so unique in Bharat is that the true Bharat is spiritual Bharat, where respect is the main thing, acceptance is the main thing. So where acceptance and respect is there, everything else is there. So we come from a place where Aditi Devo Bhava, we respected everybody, accepted everybody. Mother Devo Bhava, Pitur Devo Bhava, Acharya Devo Bhava, mother, father, guru, and guest, all are respected. So in a culture of respect, there can't be much wrong. So we got to bring back that culture. We had a great temple culture as a distribution point. Temples where the presiding deity was like a king. And he had property, he had wealth. And wealth used to come to the temple and get distributed to the poor people. We had the places of, they are all places of rejuvenation. And so everything had a harmony outlook in there. There was a harmonious structure where people belonged. All people were they belonged to that place. Whatever they did had an ethics to it. No harm was done. If you look at Ayurveda, for example, if man is created, medicine is also created. It's there in the world. Without harming any animal or any bird, you can still have it. So the entire Ayurveda is created not by hurting animals in the laboratories. The yoga is a unification with yourself. That's completely a spiritual experience. Everything you take, dances, yoga, music, martial arts, like even the people like Bodhidharma, who went to China, and he was a great artist, martial artist, also great astrologer, great philosopher, great physician. So this kind of multicultural, multidimensional existence was there. And technically, and also in reality, human beings are not unidimensional. We are multidimensional. The 330 million deities are 330 million possibilities of our existence, human existence. So this possibility is sitting there. But we are unfortunately stuck to one name, one form, one dimension which we portray to the world outside, and we are happy about it. Bharat never had that. Not now, in the past. Bharat always expected or experienced or displayed every individual multidimensionally, respected that way. So that this whole higher possibility was existing, and it was cultivated in the hearts of people. That's why we are unique. Lastly, liberation, moksha. Well defined. What is moksha? What is liberation? While living, when nothing attaches to you, not that you don't attach to anything. You can attach to anything you like, but nothing attaches to you. Your position, your possessions or relations does not bind you. That means you are liberated. Living while in this body, we can stay liberated when nobody binds you, nothing binds you, and no position ever bothers you. You are in everything, but at the same time, you are completely detached. So that state is well perfect, researched and well perfected in Bharat. That is why we stand out. We have that thing in our blood.
Beautifully put, Mohanji, and this takes me to another reference of the need of a guru. And as I request you to share your own experience, and I believe you have written a book called Guru Leela, is it?
I didn't write it.
You didn't write it? Yeah, but somewhere your name came up with that book. The reference also is in the case of Bharat, the Hindu culture and Hindu Dharma are so much intertwined. So when we say Sanskriti and Dharma, they are more or less giving the same meaning. And in that context, when consciousness connects with consciousness, that level is uplifted. So the reference was about a guru, and you are not just a guru, you are more than guru for many people. In your own personal experience, the significance, importance of a guru, and I'm also adding, the people are full of ego. They find it difficult to accept anyone as guru.
Well, I have respect for all masters. Guru is an aspiration or the personification of an aspiration. Like, for example, what is Shiva? For me, Shiva means absolutely still. No thought state, no mind state, completely still and omnipresent, brighter than a million suns. So a guru is like we always say Brahmanandam, Paramasukhadam, Kevalam, Jnanamurtim. The state of a guru where he is completely detached, completely expanded and fully reveling in his own expansion. That state is our aspiration. So when you understand that the guru is operating in that state, guru or a person, we call it guru only in context. That means if I desire to be a disciple, I can think of another person as a guru. But it is not necessary. There is nothing called a static guru in the world. So a state, an expanded consciousness state, when a person is existing, if we consider him as a guru, as my aspiration, I want to be there. That's where I want to go. So I know that this person exists in that realm, in light body, light level, and I want to be that. And if you're connecting to that, that's not bad. That's a good idea. But when we feel, hey, I'm a guru and I have to behave in certain way, that is simply nurturing one aspect at all in us, which is actually ignorance. There is nothing to nurture that way. When a person decides to be a disciple, another person decides to be a guru. That's simple. That's as simple as that. So it's a very sacred relationship, and it should be well respected. A guru is an expanded consciousness, and the disciple wants to be an expanded consciousness. Then you got to go through the process. Complete annihilation of patterns. Important. Because we are bound by pattern. Patterns brings forth life after life after life. Should I hold this? It brings forth many, many lives.
Thank you.
You know?
Yeah.
You know, it's life after life, same pattern, same thing, different bodies, different times. So either we can be bound by patterns or we can walk the path of liberation. This option is there. Nobody says you should walk the path of liberation. You have full freedom. Full freedom. 330 million options are there. You connect to any option you like and connect to that and reach this. Everything reaches the same ocean. All rivers reach the same ocean. So every option is given, and that particular guru comes to you. Somebody who has walked the path before you, in that path, like Bhakti Yoga, Jnana Yoga, Karma Yoga, Raja Yoga. That path, if a guru has walked before us, you can follow him because he has found the way. Anybody who has found the way can be considered as a guru. Like Lord Datta had 24 gurus. He picked up from everything from the nature. Finally, he became the nature. He is the nature. So to understand Datta is not easy. Lord Dattatreya. Because to understand nature, you got to see God in everything. It's not easy. We see objects in the world. And we unfortunately believe that's the world of objects. That's not true. The energy behind the object is the world. So if you understand the energy behind the object, you see Datta everywhere. So Guru is everywhere. Guru is a reality. But at the same time, only when you choose to be a disciple, there is a Guru. Otherwise, Guru doesn't exist. If you look for a Guru, you will not find him. But when you choose to be a disciple, then the corresponding Guru finds you. That's where it happens.
That's beautifully put.
So how do you define success? And many times people feel a sense of frustration because they feel they haven't succeeded. Even though they are successful reasonably, but they feel something is lacking, which means there is constant upgrading of the definition of what is success for them, and where they have arrived is always leaving a sense of vacuum. How to address this?
Well, you're not, the very reason why there is no success is because we are not looking at the right place. Simple. For me, success is very simple. It's contentment, fulfillment. If we are fulfilled and if we are contented at each point in time, we are successful. Money cannot guarantee this, spaces cannot guarantee this, relations cannot guarantee this, position cannot guarantee this, nothing can guarantee. It's an internal story. So through acceptance, yes, we can reach. Through awareness, we can reach that state. So acceptance is self-acceptance, primarily self-acceptance. We have to accept ourselves. Then secondarily, awareness. Awareness that we are just walking this earth. Tomorrow we won't be here, or we may not be here. So what is good for me today? Right now, if I am contented, it's good for me. If I'm not contented, let's get into that. Why I am not contented? I'm not contented because I'm chasing something which I don't get, or I believe that if I have that, I will be happy. Maybe not so. Mostly it is not so. That it's a relative thing. When we don't have it, it's very precious. When we have it, we have no value for it. This is exactly how human life works. Our value depends on lack of it. But instead, our value should depend on having it. Means when we have something, enjoy it 100%. When we are with the children, be with the children, experience that childhood in us through them. And when they grow up and they go away, we respect that they have changed. Like that, every aspect at that point in time, if we don't experience, we don't have them. So mostly why we are unhappy is because we are looking for something which we don't have. That's why we are unhappy. But if we look for something which we have and respect it, have gratitude, we will have contentment. Contentment is life. Life is about contentment and good memories.
Beautiful. So we are creating good memories with Mohanji, and lastly, you have written beautiful song, Reimagine. You are a poet?
I am not. I wrote this because the WCA wanted an anthem. So instead of looking around for used poem something, I decided to write it because the inspiration was during the COVID. There was a lot of images in the television where animals are walking the street with free. They are happy. Free.
Yes.
Because human beings are not there. We are like viruses in the world. Whatever we touch, we destroy. So I wrote a state where there are no human beings. It's actually I wrote it as in a satire way. So but it has become popular. So that's the anthem of the World Consciousness Alliance.
Do you sing sometimes?
I don't. I can't.
So then we will hear his Silence, which is also
Silence
melodious.
is my song.
Silence is his
Song of silence.
So, when you sit with Mohanji, you feel a sense of fullness, and with that fullness comes additional awareness of being grateful to that which makes it happen through him, and with a lot of love, a lot of good wishes.
Thank you so much. Lots of love.
He uses intensity when we need to change the
तो बहुत ही मस्ती आ गई एकदम मस्त